This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Fans, Aquaman. Blake's just not listening. What? Jason impersonates Michael Caine.
Some people just want to watch World Buzz.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Blake's
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got
Jason
more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 227, a history podcast of pop culture. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
No power bottom this week.
No, he's got something better to do.
Golf.
Golf.
Well, he should be done golfing.
He should be. But are you ever really done golfing? It's this sport that keeps going on.
I've been
and
done
on
golfing for a long time.
and on. I'm just happy none of our friends are getting married soon or anytime soon or ever again because I really don't want to do golfing for another bachelor thing.
I wouldn't do it.
I just can't.
Especially 18 holes. I'm like, fuck. I mean, we're just halfway done when we got through with 9.
Your brother golfs in the league. Is it 9 holes or 18?
I don't know.
I would think 9, right?
I would think so because they only do it for an evening. So
Yeah, I
don't
would think
they would do full 18.
Okay.
I mean,
Blake,
you're not getting that full daylight hours yet.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, they are increasing, but maybe he is only doing 9 or 18. But definitely not 27 or 36.
do you golf?
I chase a little white ball around and drink beer.
Good call. Good call. Because Dr. Bednar golfs.
Yeah, I know.
Of course.
We have. I've done scrambles with him.
But he is a doctor, so most doctors do golf. It's like politicians.
Correct.
They do golf. So
Yeah.
that could be the reason.
There are points and times where I would be like on the 15th hole, and I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to drink beer and illegally drive this golf cart. And I tell Bednar to hang on. And I usually have fun that way.
I'm usually around hole number 10. About 10 or 11.
I don't think I've ever really gotten to hole 10 because I already got par by then, so I'm done.
Good call.
That's how you do it. When you hit par and you leave the course.
For the whole course,
Yeah.
part. I like it. I like it.
You know, nine holes is basically all you need. Especially if
Yes.
you got like a big group of people. Then just go do something else.
I'm done with this. Fuck this. Let's
And then
go.
the strip club is waiting. I mean, why go another 9 holes?
Just to get more plastered.
That's right.
And annoyed.
And it'll save you money in the long run.
There's a lot of things I fail at in my own life. I don't need golf to assure me of that too. Yeah. Another thing that's supposed to be fun to do.
He did air
Quotations.
quotes with
Air
that.
quotes, in case you missed it on YouTube. Oh,
Yes.
wait, we don't do video.
Well, we can. We do video sometimes.
Yeah, we've got the face for radio.
Speak for yourself here.
I thought.
Okay. Blake, anything going on with you?
Here's a sound effect for air quotes.
I like it.
You like it?
I don't. I heard that through the. It didn't sound good.
Oh, you didn't like
Nope, didn't
that?
like it.
Okay.
Please send your complaints to Blake at Graphic Novice. We got a fun top 5 later on, especially from Nikki from New Zealand, our number 1 Kiwi fan. So if you have a top 5 that you would like us to do or a suggestion, please let us know. She sent it over, And just to tease you a little bit, something to do with games.
Wasn't it like a telegram from Tasmania?
Telegram. Land shark. Or what was that called?
Candygram.
Candygram, that's what it is.
Oh, you're not that land shark, are you?
Nope, Candygram.
Did she send a message from the Hobbit hole?
She did. She did. She said at least Tolkien finished his books. And that's what I don't know what that means. Who delayed the books more, Tolkien or Martin?
Oh, Martin by far.
Martin.
Oh my goodness, Martin.
Tolkien pretty much had them almost all written by the time they started publishing.
How many did he make?
Well,
just get.
Of the trilogy,
Of the
he
Lord
did
of the
3.
Rings. Yes, but I mean...
Of Lord of the Rings, there were 3.
Okay. And
But
then,
of Middle Earth,
Yes, Middle-earth.
The Hobbit came first, and then several years later,
the
he
man
wrote the
created
trilogy.
an entire reality with languages.
Languages
written
was
and
started.
spoken.
Yeah, that's the reason he wrote it, was because he was more of a linguist, so he just did it to make up languages.
So did he only have like 4 or 5 books, or is there more than that?
You know,
lot.
I have absolutely no clue how many there are.
I was just asking. Have you read a lot of them?
No.
Just the Lord of the Rings books?
Yeah.
And then The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember they released, was it Children of Herne or something like that several years ago. They finished it based upon a lot of his notes, and I read an article. And,
Just one?
Yeah. And essentially, I can't remember the title of the book, but they're coming out with another one based upon one of his storylines.
Okay.
And I think we covered it like
I think we did talk
several
about
weeks
it.
ago.
Christopher Tolkien published the 12-volume History of Middle-earth,
Yeah, Christopher Tolkien.
containing many text, drafts, and notes by Tolkien, both early and late, combined with Chris's own extensive notes. So there we go. I was just trying to figure out how many he had. I will get to that here
A
eventually.
lot of notes. He had
There's
a
a
lot
lot.
of notes.
I didn't know there was that many. Sorry. Anyways, let's do a quick up-down here.
Up, down.
You got anything for up-down?
I have several, and I'm sure we'll talk about, like Westworld and Fear the Walking Dead and all that kind of stuff. But, Gen Con game registration was Sunday at noon. Mm-hmm. And I thought I did a very good job. I had the app open up on my phone.
Yep.
Because I was away and out, so I was being mobile. And I had it open, and at 12 o'clock, as soon as my button went green, I hit it, and I'm like, dude, that was almost like Instamatic. I almost did like a countdown to what it was. And then it started spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and
Did you
spinning
get to register?
and spinning and spinning and spinning. And finally it said, your order's being processed. I'm like, okay, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And then it kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. I had registered for like 15 games for me and my buddy John.
Yeah.
2 tickets each, and spinning and
Is that for
spinning
your
and
Axis and
spinning
Allies?
Gen Con. No, I learned don't sign up for those. Just buy generics and go give the guys the generic tickets. Take the box game and set it up and sit there, and people will come. I'm serious. I'm dead fucking
just show
serious.
up.
Yeah, they'll just they're like
Other
drawn
people
to
wanna
it.
play. Yeah, there's
they'll
places you
just
can
be
just
like
play.
drawn to
It's
it.
like flies to a bug zapper.
Yeah,
huh?
and they'll be
Okay.
like, hey, go get a generic ticket for $2. Okay. And so anyways, I'm like, this is great because years in the past I've missed it, but I was like waiting, 3, 2, 1, green, click. All of a sudden it was like spinning and spinning, and it was like, you are number 2,951. I'm like, what the fuck?
So did you get anything you wanted?
I got 3 of the 15
Okay.
games that I registered for.
Wow.
2 of which I only got 1 ticket, so I had to cancel those because obviously Johnny couldn't play. And then, but the number 1 game that I signed up for is like order of precedence. I'm like, well, I want to do this Iron GM thing because it's the 3.5 D&D rules, and you basically play for 6.5 hours. And 3 GMs will basically play you. Well, not you, but, game for you.
Yeah.
And you pick the best of the 3. It's like a contest. Like
Okay.
Iron Chef is
okay.
Iron GM.
That's
so they come
different.
in, they GM for you for 2 hours, and you go, too much salt. And then you get the next two, and you pick the
Not enough umami.
Yeah,
There's too much
you pick.
paprika in the dungeon. I
Yeah.
don't like it. We don't need the parsley.
Yeah, too many ones. Too many ones.
So do they run like the
So
continuation of the same adventure? Or do you start over? Like,
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've always have seen it, and it's like a 6.5 hour deal on Saturday, which we always avoided because we wanted to see the costume parade.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need to see the costume parade anymore because everybody's hanging out there on Saturday dressed out, walking around all day, anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm going to give you some money for some games up there.
Yeah. I'll be your mule.
Thank you.
I'll be
You
your
did that
game-
last time.
Your game mule.
And my son
Yeah,
appreciated it.
I did. I was
my
like-
son really appreciated it.
That's right. He told me, buy these. I said, okay.
So is that your up or down?
Both. It's my sideways.
Okay.
I'm excited because I'm registered for my Gen Con games. I got Thursday night, nothing on Friday. Nothing on Friday, and I got that 6.5 hour on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I went back to my buddy John. I was like, dude, we gotta find something for Friday. And he's like, no, I'd rather drink and go to the casino. Okay.
And that's on Saturday night?
No, Friday. That's going to be our Friday during the day. Because we're playing Thursday night for several hours, and we're playing all day Saturday. It's like, all right, so Friday, we're just going to go to the casino, play craps, and drink.
What is your favorite Axis and Allies era? Like game? Which one do you like to play the best?
I'm a traditionalist.
The original?
I like the original
Okay.
1942. But I also like the expanded edition where they went and they fixed it so you couldn't conquer Russia in 2 turns anymore, where you go up through Karelia and then from Karelia to Russia, and then you're like screwed.
You slowly make their currency worthless. Is this the new version now? Slowly but surely.
The newer version is, they put a couple buffer countries in Eastern Europe, and so it takes a little while to get there, but I always like the rules variations. The rules variations always make it different. I mean, there are rules variations where Japan goes apeshit all over Asia, and you can't stop them, essentially.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got Japanese in Africa.
Interesting.
It gets annoying, so.
It's annoying.
It does.
I'm sure the continent of Africa doesn't mind. No, not at all.
So I like doing the random rules,
Okay.
Whether you got super bombers or not, or, additional complexes. Complexes limited by the industrial production of the country, which makes sense. It all depends on what you got.
Because that's Jeff's favorite game. He loves Axis and Allies.
I like where they brought in where they brought in destroyers. It kind of changes the sea battle kind of stuff, but it depends. As soon as the rules are picked, I've played this game so many times. I know immediately what the outcome is going to be. It's all on the dice rolls after that. Yeah.
How old do you have to be to play this, do you think?
I don't know.
Good 14, 16 years old?
I think it was like
I was just asking. I mean, just for...
your son.
For people- my son would
I
be
try to
probably
explain
to
people. It's like advanced Risk.
Okay.
Risk
think
is
I've ever
simpler.
played
Risk is
Risk.
Simple. Get it, start it, done, do it, boom.
6 hours later,
Axis
but
and
yes.
Allies is a little more
I
complicated,
moved an inch.
but that's a damn exciting inch.
It is. That's what she said.
Yes.
My up is, speaking of games, I kickstarted Growl. Growl the game. And I went online because Michael Liao had Curse of the Vessel. We kickstarted that.
Yes.
And then I realized I did not finish the survey, so I did not get the extra bonuses. So he sent me a message, go do it. It's due today. Sorry, Michael. So I went on there, and it was the first I've been on Kickstarter in like 6 months. And
Yeah, no wonder you missed the survey.
I just keep forgetting about it. I love Kickstarter.
Did it come in your email?
Yeah, I don't check my email that often. Anyway, so I go on and I do the survey, and then I was like, oh, I wonder what games are available, are
New
being
games.
kickstarted. And I was like, oh, this is a fun one. And so for $24, it's a card game, and basically if you get 3 bite cards, BITE, you turn into a werewolf. And it's a party game, like you have 4 to 8 people.
I thought if you got 3 bite cards, you turned into a Commodore 64.
Boo. Boo.
Commodore 64 won't have 3 whole bytes.
Oh yeah, it has 64 bytes. Sorry.
Megabytes.
Yeah, megabytes.
So basically, at the end of the thing is, if everyone's a werewolf, you win. If one person is if there's only one person that's a human and everyone else is a werewolf, that human wins. And then if more than one person is a human, the werewolves win. So it's a card game, but it's a little bit more fun. You get gold coins in there. You can do there's safety cards to protect you against bites or to heal you, and then you trade cards too after when nightfall comes.
Got like silver bullets and
Yeah. So I paid $24. Original, you could get the regular game for $16, or you could get the game for $24, and you get all the bonuses or whatever those things are.
Stretch goals?
Thank you, stretch goals. And I realized that they were going for 30,000, and they were at 150,000. And so I did that one, and I got every stretch goal, which was like 17 of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just do that one. So I even get a little cover for my game, but it looks pretty cool. I think it's his first or second game they made, and it was just a guy created it, and it looks enjoyable. And I sent it to my wife. I said, "You think our son would like it?" Because we've been playing games, and she said she thinks he would. So it comes in December,
Maybe.
So that's the idea. Yeah.
Well, what I've learned is you can never trust. That's just a guess. when
never
they
trust
hope
the
it's shitty.
deadlines. Yes.
I would say maybe 8% that I've backed got by their initial deadline.
And you know what? Like I said, I like backing the games. My problem is that there's a lot of them are so damn expensive.
Oh God, that's ridiculous.
We talked about off air a couple weeks ago. There was a Western one that was really cool. It was like an open end sandbox Western world,
Yeah.
but it was I think $80, and I was like, I can't justify that. 80, and then plus shipping, I think it was of like $10. I was like, I can't do that.
My biggest problem with a lot of those overpriced games is they're all miniature based, where you're paying for the miniatures, not the gameplay for the most part. And I'm like, I would rather not even have the miniatures, to be honest. I'm perfectly fine using a wooden cube to represent whatever it's supposed to represent.
Or a 6-sided die,
Well, you
4-sided die.
well, you saw the Batman one.
The 12-sided die. Yeah.
That's
all
my
your
favorite.
12s.
Yeah.
You found the Batman one online.
Oh yeah,
on
the
Kickstarter.
Batman one. That was
impressive, and that was I think they kept giving every stretch goal, so they kept adding miniatures.
there's people out there that just go goofy over that shit. So,
But I mean, it was 60. I think at one point there was 80 figures of villains and 80 good guys. Like you had the Gotham PD, which kept dissolving because they kept dying. You pick it up and it falls apart. Damn it! But it was what $300, $200 or something like that.
ridiculous. I don't even remember.
And it was like, yeah, this would be a fun game, but not spending $250 plus shipping on it.
I'm like, if you make those with, a little disc with the picture of the guy on it, you can
Perfect.
do it for, maybe about $50, not $250.
And my issue is too that they're all gray. The figures, they're not colored.
Oh yeah, oh god! If you get painted figures,
Correct.
then your prices go.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like if I'm going to get figures, I want them really painted and look good. Otherwise, just give me the picture of them.
Well, see, that's the thing is you're supposed to like the figures so much you paint them yourself.
Have you seen me try to do anything like that?
I've seen you try to put stickers on a weight bench,
Okay, have
and
you
that
seen-
failed miserably.
You've seen my impressions. Let's just be real. It's not getting better than that. My down for the week. Sorry, Jeff. Did you have an up this week?
Nothing I could think of.
My down for the week is Jaden Smith. Fucking Will Smith's son. He's a piece of shit. He went to the Met Gala, so fuck everybody that went to the Met Gala.
Who cares? I saw these story headlines. Oh, look who wore what to the Met Gala. I'm like, who cares?
He
Well, I didn't know there were that many fans of the Mets.
The Reds are because they keep trading players there. No, Jaden Smith clutched a plaque recognizing his gold minted single Icon at the Met Gala in New York City. That was his date. He brought the plaque showing his gold single.
Wow, that is douche.
How douchey do you have to be? Last year at the same event,
Sounds pretty desperate if you ask me.
he carried a fistful of freshly cut dreadlocks.
He's got mental problems.
Oh, well, yeah, we figured that out.
He's got something.
Like worse than I probably thought.
Yes. He brought his own. He's 19 years old. He's known for making fashion statements. Is he? Is he really?
He's known for.
He wore a Batman suit to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's wedding.
He's just known for being weird.
I feel people are kind of confused about gender norms, he told British GQ in 2016. I feel like people don't really get it. I'm not saying that I get it. I'm just saying that I've never seen any distinction. So he wears skirts a lot.
And I don't care about that.
No. But, yeah, so he took dreadlocks, so there you go.
But taking, I mean.
Then this year he took his gold record.
It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like you taking your softball trophy on to a.
Or taking your floppy award.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's not do that, okay? That's a real award, okay? Let's think about
You
that.
get arrested with your floppy award in
That's
hand.
true. But yeah, could you imagine having the ego to take your fucking gold single? First off, who the fuck bought this enough to give him a gold single?
How the hell did he sell
Who made that
500,000
mistake?
copies?
Obviously, a lot of people.
Is that how many is it?
500,000 to make it
Jesus.
for it to be
How
gold.
do you know he didn't buy his own?
Well, he
Oh,
probably
he might have bought 500,000 copies.
Agent, could you buy 499,000 of these? We're still waiting for that extra 1,000, sir. It's
All right,
coming.
make it 499,999.
Still waiting, sir. Even Mom didn't buy one? Damn it.
Wait a minute, we got one returned.
Can you return an iTunes? Yes. So yeah, that's my down is just because he's a fucking douchebag. So anything else? Anyone else have a down?
Probably Disturbed.
Yeah, he is very disturbed. Luke Cage season 2 trailer came out.
I saw that.
That looked good.
Yeah.
That looked good.
So my down,
Yeah.
I'm down on the bad rap American cheese gets.
American cheese.
American cheese.
Is there really a bad rap for American cheese?
Everyone
well,
talks
yeah,
about
it is. It's just made for pure grilling for hamburger.
But
That's
the
it.
problem is
That's it.
when people say American cheese,
This is gelled, saturated
90% of the time they mean Kraft singles.
Oh God,
And
Kraft
that is
singles
not
all-
what American cheese is.
That's not cheese.
No, that's not cheese.
No.
So when they say, I mean, you go and get fresh sliced cheese from the deli, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You get that American single crap, like I said, that's not even cheese. It shouldn't even be allowed to be sold, in my opinion. But I was just reading something where they were talking about American cheese, and everyone's talking about how disgusting this is, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, that's because you're using Kraft singles.
Yeah.
Quit using Kraft singles.
Land O'Lakes and Boar's Head are good.
Yes, no one used Kraft singles.
Ever. This episode is sponsored by Kraft Singles. When you really need a grilled cheese, buy Kraft. So thanks, Jeff, for that.
You mean when you really need a grilled cheese food product?
Well, if you ever want that, just get Velveeta.
Better than Kraft singles.
Oh, God, no.
It is.
Oh, I think they're both awful.
Velveeta's the melting cheese that you use
Need
to
microwave,
make certain dips.
This is microwave.
Yeah, I give you that, but
Hey, there's no other cheese that grills better than American cheese.
that is true. That is
Seriously, I mean, it's made for grilling. I mean, that's all there is to it.
What's your
I
favorite
mean,
cheese?
I've got so many.
Okay, well, then never mind then.
Probably,
That should be our top 5 next week.
mozzarella, buffalo, or
Oh, that is so getting the people in to listen. Top 5 cheeses.
Top
Right.
5 favorite
buffalo
cheeses.
mozzarella, or manchego.
Pepper Jack? You're so worldly. You know that. So worldly.
Thank you.
Worldly.
Havarti is pretty good too.
That might be number 1 on my list.
So, Jeff, you have seen Westworld.
I've seen the first 2 episodes of the second season.
Okay.
I have not seen this past Sundays.
We won't give too much away, but there's a lot of action in this week's episode.
All I gotta say is, just Katja.
You think they're going one place, and they're not.
So did it get interesting? Because
Yes.
I was pretty bored with the first 2
Oh,
episodes.
see, I really enjoyed the first two.
I was like,
Got a little interesting.
I was like, the first season was so good, but this is just dragging along.
Where do you think the tiger is from?
District 6.
What do you think District 6 is?
I have no clue. I'm
Okay.
assuming something Asian related.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
pretty cool. You see where the tiger came from.
yes. It
And
is,
you get to see some cones.
it is not Shogun World.
Yeah, see, I didn't think it was, but you said it was.
I thought it could be.
Yeah,
but
you
I
said,
guess-
oh, and you see something about Shogun World, and I'm like, I don't see what tigers have to do with feudal Japan.
I don't know, but I thought it could be. So, anyways, it is not that. But there is a woman in there in the new world. You see a different world besides Shogun World
Yes.
Okay.
in the first 15 minutes. And we won't spoil it for you. Well, I guess the Twitter poll did spoil it for you.
The Raj?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But there's a woman in there who's pretty badass. And they don't give you any clues who she is. The rumor I keep seeing online is that she's the Man in Black's woman. Sorry, daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah,
oh,
that is
okay.
one of the theories that
I could see
that's
that.
out there because she is the age that old prick William would be.
Yes.
if he had,
is a prick.
yeah.
I think that could be her. I think that could be her.
I mean, I just called episode 2 Prick William. You know.
You know, I like the Men in Black. You know what? I like the second one because I like the backstory. But with William, I'm kind of getting tired of him. I like Ed Harris, but I'm kind of getting bored with him. I'll be honest. I'm like, you should have killed him in the last episode.
Yeah, you don't really care about his game yet, do you?
No, not at all. The one rumor is, now that we can talk about Jeff, is, and you don't see anything in this one, and I promise you we won't do spoilers for
There's going to be a lot of Man in Black in episode 4. There wasn't any Man in Black in this episode.
Oh, okay.
The trailer showed a lot. The rumor is, the theory, sorry, I shouldn't say rumor, I should say theories out there, is that Teddy, because you see him floating in the water in the first episode at the end when she floods it, or you think that Dolores floods it.
Well, you don't know.
Correct.
This Bernard.
Because you saw how they get the brain out of the robots.
Yeah.
The theory floating around is that Dolores takes Teddy's brain and puts it in Bernard, and Bernard's brain is actually in Teddy's brain.
So they swapped brains.
They haven't done that. You haven't seen them do that. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting theory.
Complicated.
That could be interesting. That's how she's able to get into the real world, if she does.
Well, Bernard comes across Abernathy. Mm-hmm. And you remember the goal is to get Abernathy because he has this, file or whatever that they're trying to get out of the world.
And that's why they're still locked in there, or at least.
Yeah, that's why old what's-her-name is with Bernard, and they're trying to find Abernathy because he's got the data that she needs to get off of the world or island. And Bernard, in the next episode, you'll see Bernard actually comes across the file. And I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to spoil it for you. So we'll wait.
So you want me to go upstairs?
No,
that's fine. We'll wait until next week. There's a theory of what Bernard does with the file.
Oh.
I'll put it this way, though. Get used to this because there are chances between me watching it from Sunday night to Tuesday
But that's
night.
okay, because I feel like if we give people a week spoiler, a week of notice, I think that's fine.
People don't get mad at us.
Yeah, we got yelled at last year for spoiling a lot of episodes. I really am enjoying it. I get tired of Dolores monologuing. That kind of gets old.
Yeah.
That's getting really old.
Well, it's like she's still pontificating a little bit for people who are just now watching Westworld.
Yeah.
Who are too lazy to go back and watch the entire Kick-Ass first season.
Yeah, it's like we don't need a filler. If you haven't seen it, just watch the before show. Before. This is what happened last time. I'm enjoying it, though. I think there's a lot of theories out there. I think that my personal theory is that at the end, she thinks she's in the real world. At the end of the season, she somehow gets through everything. She thinks she's in the real world, and it's actually future world is one of the parks. I don't think she actually gets into the real world.
I don't know, because she does have memories of being in the real world.
I think she was in the real world, but then if it was 30 years ago, she doesn't know if it's advanced or not. So I still think that she could get caught. I like the writer of the plot, the story.
Or maybe she's in like Second City type thing where it's exactly the same as the real world, but it's not.
Second Life?
Second Life.
There
That's it.
Is she going to run into Dwight from The Office?
I'm playing Second Life.
I do like Lee, the writer of he wrote some of the storylines.
Really? God, I hated that character.
He's annoying, but he's funny. And this week's episode is really cool.
You get to see more of him in his background.
Who is Maeve's boyfriend? Or you think? I can't think of his name.
The Desperado guy.
Yeah, I love him.
Rodrigo Sanchez.
Is that it?
Santos?
Something like
That's the actor's name. I can't remember. I forgot the character's name.
But he's like, nobody controls me. And then he goes to say a line and Lee recites. He's like, I wrote that. And it's like, that's pretty awesome.
Lee recites his lines. He's like, yeah.
As he's saying it.
And so he has a conversation with Maeve, and Maeve pretty much, gives him some Freudian introspection.
Yes. This is what you did?
I did like when Maeve threatened him or whatever, and he's like, I wrote that line.
Yes. Oh, yeah, when she threatened and cut off his penis and feed it to him, it would be a small meal. Yeah. I don't know what Ghost Nation is doing, though. The Indians in it? The Native Americans? I don't know what they are doing in it.
It is pretty neat. They do end up getting Katya and The theory is that they're collecting people, not really killing them, and
They're saving
they
them?
want Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you think they're saving people?
I don't know.
That is my one theory. Is that I guess they could be saving people because you see the security officer, the lesser Hemsworth, he didn't die last season.
Yeah, and he was confronted by them.
You never saw what happened with them.
Correct. You don't know how he survived.
I am getting kind of tired of Bernard, though. I am kind of getting tired of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is Shannon Woodward back?
Who's that?
The girl.
Oh, the girl. No, we have not seen her. She is fine.
It's like, yeah, they never showed her get killed. Just somebody confronted her, and then we haven't seen her since.
I think she's back.
Well, I think it was Bernard.
We think it was
programmed
Bernard,
by,
but it could be something completely
he
different.
May not have actually whacked her, but
it
don't
might
know.
not even have been him. It might have been somebody else.
You're led to believe
Yeah.
it was him, but we'll see.
The longer she's not on, the more I think it'll be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter poll of the week, you can find us at Bad Ideas Podcast, is what world would you visit in Westworld? The options were Westworld, the western area, Roman world, which I'm making that up. That's from the original. Or actually, that might be from the sequel, future, that they had a Roman world. The Raj, which was from this week, and Shogun world. So, we actually have updated numbers here. These aren't the correct ones. They're close, though. In last place, the Raj got 0% of the vote. Nobody wanted to go to the Raj.
Go to the Raj.
I did think it was kind of a boring one. I'm like, whatever.
It's like, oh, yay, we can watch Aladdin.
If you're an imperialist Britain, you may want to go to the Raj.
That doesn't appeal to me at all. In third place was Shogun World with 19% of the vote. Winning 45% of the vote to 36% of the vote, Roman World, where the Romans were. Jeff, what would be your pick?
I voted for Roman World.
Roman World? I would pick Westworld because I love Westerns. Blake, what would you pick?
It'd be a toss-up between Westworld and Roman World.
Really? Shogun World would be my second.
I would probably create a fake Twitter account and vote for both, so I can vote.
They did, somebody online on Reddit, don't know how it works, but it is pretty fun, to read the theories on Westworld, because they have pages and pages. I think they're pages, I don't know what they're called. Anyways, they deciphered from the website before it went down after the revolution, from last year, they based it would be $40,000 a day for your basic ticket to Westworld. So that's how much it was costing. And then you can
That's
you
pretty
can
much
level
what Doug
up.
pays for Disney every year.
That is true. So I guess it would be pretty all relevant.
It's doable.
Yeah, it is doable.
You have to sell the soul of your firstborn child.
Yes. And have 75 mortgages on your house.
75 mortgages on your house and pimp out your daughter.
Stop it. Get out. Get out.
I didn't say anything.
Get out. Get out. I can't wait till Doug, #1 fan, comes down here and just smacks you.
With his ape hands?
Yes. Just smacks the shit out of you. That will be a good day.
Yeah, why don't you call Andy while you're at it, too?
You know what would be a good day?
Yes.
When I don't have to use my AK.
Anyways, moving on. So it would be $40,000 a day, and there was a minimum of 7 days you had to be there.
What? Minimum?
Yes. So what is that? 2.8 million? That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
That's a lot to go visit an Old West whorehouse.
Especially since they collect your DNA.
Right. Or buy all the stock in Delos and own the company.
Well, the other issue is they
And
own
then
your
you
DNA.
go there for free.
They own your DNA, and who knows if you're actually leaving? They may kill you and replace you with a clone.
Ooh, we're
You never know.
cloning now.
No.
Oh,
Anyways.
so that could have been the ulterior motive of why they're collecting DNA.
I think that is why
Right?
they're doing it. I think they're infiltrating the government in the real world with these people.
And other businesses.
Yep.
Rule
what
the
I'm saying.
world because Prick William.
So, here we go. Listener feedback. Let's do it, Blake.
And time now for the bomb listener feedback. Brought to you tonight by DJ Khalid's Sex Tips for Men.
DJ Khalid!
Hey! Don't just spoil it.
Actually, did you see the video clip where he's recording his wife's workout session? and he's doing his stupid ass shit where he yells over what's going on, and she tells him to shut the hell up and quit yelling over it. And the title of the clip is called "Even DJ Khaled's Wife's Tired of Him Yelling Over Shit."
Who is his wife? Anyone famous?
No.
Okay.
Mrs. Khalid.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, what we got?
Actually, you should say, "Poor, deprived Mrs. Khalid."
We'll get to it.
Oh, no. And the funny thing was, I actually picked that out before you had sent out the show notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, he picked that. That's awesome. That is nice.
I had to. I thought you would appreciate that. Yeah. I like how we have one sex topic every week. Last week it was fisting with Thanos, which is a great title.
And if you're listening tonight, go back and listen to that one. Then you'll understand.
Everybody loves a good fisting.
Sick degenerate.
And so anyway, yes, Blake, go ahead and hit us with the listener feedback. You can send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter and the History of Bad Ideas on Facebook and hobiepod@gmail.com, but usually Twitter and Facebook. And seriously, send it on in. Anything you want, we'll answer.
Yeah. You can try sending it to us through Reddit, but
We don't know what that
we
is.
don't know it.
How about Tumblr?
no.
There's a lot of sex stuff on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Bowling balls. I'm just
Weird.
saying. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, coming up from number one fan,
Doug?
Doug,
Ape hands.
formerly known as.
Can't give yourself a nickname. I wanted to be called the Hammer. You know why I couldn't?
Because you can't give yourself a nickname.
Phillips head screwdriver. Ooh, I like it. Sorry. Go ahead. It's from Sports Night.
Oh, thank
For
you.
us cultured ones.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, Doug says, after watching the 1980 version, will we ever get a Flash Gordon reboot? Flash! Save every one of us.
There's no need. It's already perfect. So why would you even try?
By perfect, you mean horrible.
Nope.
That is a horrible film.
Perfect.
Got the best soundtrack ever.
Nope.
Yep. Great soundtrack.
You can't beat it.
Great action.
Nope.
Great acting.
Nope.
Even had the
Perfect
future
on
James Bond
every
in it.
level.
Who's the future James Bond?
That
Timothy
one guy.
Dalton.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Timothy
guy.
Dalton.
He
is
played
it?
Baron.
Who played the? I remember seeing the Wing guys. Those guys were awful. The Icarus.
Oh, that
people.
was Gimli.
No, that was not Gimli.
Yeah, it was.
No, it
Was it Peter
not.
Dinklage?
No, it was like Zero Mostel or something.
What was he it?
Fiddler on the Roof?
Did you mean Mos Def? Is that what you meant?
I did not mean Most Def.
Okay, here we
no.
go. We're picking a new cast. We're doing Mos Def as the leader of the Wing people.
You might as well say Goldie.
Goldie Hawn?
No, Gold. Never mind.
Who's Goldie Hawn playing?
Ming the Merciless.
Ming the Merciless. Okay, I like it. Who's Oprah playing?
Flash Gordon.
Okay, Flash.
No,
Oh,
she
we're
was-
doing all female reboot.
No, she could play the winged guy you were talking that I said was Gimli.
No, Mos Def is playing that guy.
No, Mos Def should be Timothy Dalton's character. 'Cause
Barry?
he's more suave.
Can we just say it's a
Baron.
shitty film?
It's not a shitty film. It's an excellent film.
It is a horrible film.
Who plays Flash?
Originally?
No,
Or
I
now?
know who originally it was. The guy.
okay.
I mean, this guy's only movie, I think.
No, he was in Ted.
As himself.
As himself.
Can we get John Malkovich to be Flash?
Oh God, that is a horrible idea.
Oh,
I would say-
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I was actually thinking
No.
John Cena.
No.
No.
How about The Rock? He's in everything
You'd
else.
have to pick some kind of good-looking, sexually androgynous guy to play Flash. Who is
Keanu
that?
Reeves.
No.
I actually liked the idea of The Rock being Flash Gordon.
Flash. Oh man, The Rock is Flash Gordon. I like it.
But no, it's already perfect. We can't reboot it.
Okay, moving on. What else we got?
So the answer is no.
Thanks, Doug.
Kevin at 365 Flicks Podcast. He says, is it Disney's fault Marvel never pulls the trigger on honest to goodness payoff moments, like more specifically deaths? Exclamation points.
Am I supposed to understand what this question is
He didn't
even
think
asking?
the last couple Marvel movies really did a good job paying off and getting you emotionally invested in any of the deaths.
I still don't understand the question.
Well, after 9 Spider-Man...
He doesn't think Marvel does a good
nine
job.
Spider-Mans
Well-
and 3 reboots, I was like, why do you care about this Spider-Man character anymore?
I didn't see Uncle Ben in the movie. Did he die?
There was no Uncle Ben.
I don't remember.
I mean,
him.
I'm just making assumptions. I don't know what's really happened. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Okay. Spider-Man Homecoming 2, which takes place in Europe.
So he's not really coming home then.
No. It takes
backpacking
place...
across
Are they
Europe.
really calling it Homecoming 2?
No, I don't know if it's Homecoming 2 or not, but that's what we're referring to it as.
Oh, okay.
Electric Boogaloo. Homecoming 2.
Spider-Man senior trip.
I like it. I'll take
Better than
that.
Homecoming.
I'll take it.
It doesn't change the plot. He doesn't go to Europe. He goes to Myrtle Beach.
Take that. Of course, he can't fly around on anything with his webs because there's nothing to shoot at.
Yeah.
Well, they got the bumper car thing.
He only gets 2 feet off the ground, or he hits the parasails. Maybe he could parasail.
you
Get me
go.
over that way, sir. Parasailing. Spider-Man's not really going fast.
Look out for the dock.
Spider-Man
for the
assignment
pier is what I
Miami
meant.
Beach.
Look out for the,
Assignment Miami Beach.
look out for the pier and Ferris wheel.
I regret nothing. Anyways, moving on. Screw you, Kevin. Marvel does a great job with their films, much better than DC. When Superman died, no one gave a fuck because they knew he was coming back. It was awful.
Yeah.
Horrible. Speaking of Infinity War, we got one on Twitter just recently.
On the Twitcher sphere.
Kevin at Cincy Explorer, he wrote Infinity War. Question: over under 50%. Infinity War gets over $2 billion. Caveat: you need to see the movie to have an opinion. You know who you are, Blake.
Under.
You don't think it hits $2 billion?
I don't think it hits $2 billion. No.
He's going.
$2 billion's a freaking lot of money.
It is.
It could very well be the #1 all-time movie getter, and it won't get $2 billion, will it?
He's giving it 52% chance because it's after 2 weeks, it's at 1.2 billion. He said, even with competition coming, China doesn't release until this weekend.
Ooh, China hasn't gotten it yet.
It can't make an extra 800 million worldwide. China's interesting.
I thought it was released everywhere
Yeah.
at the same time. So China not being, still don't think it gets there.
Des Hassing, our most educated listener, he states 1.9 to 1.95 billion because of Solo and Deadpool 2 coming out.
Well,
Which oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say after the Chinese government makes their edits and suppresses the actual storyline, yeah, you're going to lose money because most of the Chinese citizens will be like, "What the fuck is this movie about?"
It's about Spider-Man.
I don't think the Chinese know what any movie's about. So people blow up and they go, "Yay!"
Okay, thank you for doing a pretty stereotypical Chinese movie. Good job.
Well, if they
like
edit
it-
out all
Hey,
all
He
plot
knows that
points,
because of the fireworks.
Jubilee's in it? Oh, she does
I
fireworks.
have no clue what that means.
No, moving on. First
things
off,
up.
I didn't even realize Deadpool 2 was coming out in 2 weeks. I didn't even realize that.
Deadpool 2 is coming out in 2 weeks.
Were you are you excited about it?
I'll watch it.
Okay. Are you going to see it opening night?
Probably not.
I don't think I am. I loved the first one. I didn't even really care about it. I was like, oh, I guess it is coming out. I hope it's good. And then Solo.
Are you seeing that opening night?
Yeah. My son really wants to see it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to see it opening night, but I'll probably see it sometime soon after it comes out.
I think I
because
heard-
I have to, not because I want
It's
to.
tracking better
Because
than
I
Black Panther.
have
It
to.
sold more. It's not tracking.
Not tracking, sorry.
Yeah, it's selling better than Black
The
Panther.
tickets.
I have to go see it so I can rip it.
But is it selling better than
Avengers. I don't know. They said they're looking at 175 million for opening weekend for this. 150 to 175. Sorry for Solo. Avengers hit 220 or whatever it was.
Yeah, like 2.25
Yeah.
amount, I think.
My son really wants to see Solo, so I said that's fine. I'll see it. It's Star Wars at the end of the
I
day.
mean, can you really take a Star Wars film seriously when it's got Woody Harrelson in it?
well, yeah.
No.
Well, the no talent actor hack Eldritch or whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is that plays Solo.
Sure, okay.
Has signed on for 3 movies, including this. That does not mean he said though today that there's going to be 2 more Solo movies, so he could be in other ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
so he
then
could
it would
be
be
in
Solo.
So he could be in a Boba Fett movie.
That would be awesome.
And then he could be in a
How about a Chewbacca backstory? We really need that next.
no.
with subtitles.
Yeah, no subtitles. No subtitles. It would be like Mel Gibson's Apocalypto or whatever.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
subtitles. You don't know what's going on.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
That's even more enjoyable. Okay, what else we got? Get the other half of 365.
From Chris Richardson, he said, "Would Hobie like to congratulate Team Daffabet for winning the league 7 years in a row?" The answer is yes.
I don't know what that is.
Team Daffabet.
I don't know what that is.
Daffabet?
Nope, not a clue. It sounds like you're mispronouncing alphabet to me.
No. I mean,
Is this soccer?
That's his team, Daffabet. That's what it says across the front of the jerseys.
Oh, okay. That's some soccer humor for you people. I don't know what that means. Jeff?
Yep. Nope.
Okay, good.
Lost on me.
Hey, why don't you ask Daffabet, also known as Celtic Football Club?
Oh.
Ask him how that Champions League thing works out for him.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, you're right, because they end up in Europa the next week.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
My answer was no.
Me and
I
Chris Richardson, probably the only two people that know what I'm talking
Great.
about.
My answer was no. I don't want to congratulate him.
What the fuck is Celtic FC?
Well, that I knew.
I knew it was a football club. If they're winning the league 7 years in a row, it just means that there's no competition.
If I have to explain all my jokes,
Then they're
well,
probably
then
not
people
good
still don't
jokes
get
to
them
begin
anyway,
with.
so-
It's like the
who
New
cares?
England Patriots win the AFC East. Are they really that good, or is it just a really bad division? Oh, Buffalo is your tough one, and I
No.
love Buffalo, but
the
come
Patriots or the Flying Elvi?
on. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm losing this here. Moving on, let's get Des Hassing.
Flying Elvises on the
From that
side
god awful movie.
of their helmet.
Leaving Las Vegas?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Anyways, moving on.
Des Hassing says, "Okay, who has all gotten through the first 2 episodes of Cobra Kai?"
Not me.
I have not.
I would like to.
I would like to see it. I just don't want to pay for it. And yes, I know you can get it free for like a month or something. I just don't care enough.
Or you can borrow my Netflix password.
It's on
Log in.
Hulu.
Oh,
Or
shit.
no,
it's
YouTube
on
Red.
YouTube Red.
Oh, well, the hell with that.
Yeah, I got Netflix. I got Amazon. I'm not doing YouTube as much as I would like to, but it does look good. Andrew from the Sentai Comic Expo said he really enjoyed it. He saw all 8 episodes, and he's like he liked Billy, and now he really likes him. So
Oh, is it Billy's redemption story?
it is kind of his redemption story.
There you
go. What else we got?
All right, next one from Besotted Geek. You know, I haven't heard anything from Penguin fans recently.
You mean since last night?
It was tough to lose to the Caps. I will say that. It is tough.
Yeah.
My Maple Leafs are out. My
Tough
Penguins
to
are
lose
out.
to the Penguins, or is it tough not to deal with Penguins fans blowing up social media with how great their fucking hockey team is?
Let's go, Pens.
So, social media was getting pretty annoying with
You
Penguins
go just stop
fans.
there. Social media is getting pretty annoying. Yeah, the Penguins. To lose to fucking Oven Chicken and his fucking Caps. Oh, my God. I can't handle it.
So you're making me feel better about the win.
The good news
I'm not a
is-
fan of the Capitals and wasn't
Of Oven
really
Chicken?
cheering for them, but
The good news
watching other people mourn and wallow is kind of making me feel
satisfied
better.
I don't have to deal with 2 more months of Penguin shit.
it's only like another month of Stanley Cup play.
Talking about hockey season doesn't end until summer's over.
So the good news is, though, I'm rooting for Las Vegas and Winnipeg. I'm rooting for those 2 teams.
Oh.
I guess Nashville, pretty much, and then
Did
Tampa.
Nashville win the game last night?
I don't know. I don't know if they won or not.
You know,
I don't know if Winnipeg is
I'm rooting for
advanced or-
Winnipeg. And I'm rooting for the Vegas.
I'm
All
cheering
right.
for Vegas, but I also like Nashville.
Shouldn't other professional leagues take note? You put a professional team in Las Vegas, and in the first year, all of a sudden, they're winning.
Well, yeah, but they could, really influence their scoring because, they could bet with their own team.
Why do you think they're winning?
Everybody could do that. Everybody
it's-
could. It doesn't matter
I
where
want
you
to know
live.
how many threats of broken legs other athletes have received this past season.
Mayweather bet on himself to win in the 10th round, and what did happen? He won in the 10th round and won like $500 million. You should not be able to bet on yourself.
No, you shouldn't.
And he did.
Especially picking a specific round.
Exactly. And he did.
Oh, no, he should be brought up on charges.
Well, he should be brought up on charge for many reasons because he's a piece of shit, allegedly.
He is a piece of shit.
Yes.
Or allegedly.
Ugh.
Women beater. A boxer who's a woman beater, that's pretty low. I mean, because your punch can pack a lot of... All right, next topic.
Never mind.
Anyways, Beside Geek says, by the way, top 5 donuts at Timmy's. Timmy! Are you talking about Tim Horton?
He is talking about Timmy Hortons.
Chocolate dip. Canadian maple.
Ugh.
Boston cream.
That's my number one.
That's the Canadian version of Boston cream. Sour cream glazed.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds horrible.
Sour cream.
Sour cream on my donut? Ew.
And number 1, ooh, I looked her up. Honey Cruller.
I love her latest video. Oh, that's a different one. That's a donut. Sorry.
Man, she's
Honey
got
Cruller on stage 4.
She's got some twists.
The songs don't pay for themselves, guys.
That's right.
Honey Cruller coming on stage 4.
Get lost in her
Coming
tracks.
on stage 4. You better bring your towels. Let me ask you this. So that was Canadian of the Year's job last week was top 5 Timmy Hortons things. Do we have any top 5 for him next week to do? For anything Canadian?
Or any
I want to know what your top...
I still wanted a golden toque.
I want to know what his top 5 Canadian currencies are.
Tire.
tire money's number 1, definitely.
But I want to know what the rest are, what his favorites are.
The
There you go.
Queen's.
The Queen's Chalice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Face.
Oh. Hello. I'm a queen. Hello.
$5 Canadian dollars. Hello.
Hello. I'm not dead yet.
I used to rule you, bitches.
Where's the Raj? I used to rule that too.
See, my favorite Canadian money, the penny, since they don't use it anymore.
Okay. That's actually Penois.
The $1 bill, since they don't use that.
You're being so clever down there.
Because I don't understand why you want
You're also
change.
You're making me want to go back to Blake's soccer jokes here for a second.
It's not that bad.
Team Daffabet.
So we do have Nick Albright here. I hope you're excited.
Ooh, I'm feeling all DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled!
Oh, DJ. That's something no woman has ever said. Fuck him.
Jeffinger!
Oh, Jeffinger.
I've often considered you a combination of the Hawk,
Oh.
Thanos,
Oh.
and Thor.
I'm Thor after you.
FMK them.
Ooh.
FMK,
right.
Hawk, Thanos, and Thor.
That's
That's
right.
a tough one because if you're the catcher, you're going to be sore on all of them.
Yeah, well, I'm not catching any of them.
Okay, well, that's good then. That's good. You would think Thor's hair could get in the way.
I would kill Thanos.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would marry Thor.
You married
He's a
Thor.
god, you know.
He is a god.
Based on the sex toys from last week, you'd kill Thanos?
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, but you're going to get Mohinder's hammer. That's even worse.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Mohinder's hammer?
Isn't that what he called?
Mjolnir?
Whatever. Bueller's hammer?
You get Ragnar's hammer.
Bueller. And then you got Hulk fisting. That's not good either.
Yeah, well,
Hulk smashing.
Hulk smash.
Be really bad if he turns back into Bruce Banner in the middle of it.
why would that be bad?
Ooh, move it. Never mind. Anyways, moving on.
No, I would think that would be best.
Be less painful,
Yes.
is what he's trying to say.
This is 2 weeks in a row now that we've talked about. Oh, it's over. Superhero sex lives. I'm kind of disturbed by it. Oh, that was Sassy by Alex Biola. So I just want to let you know this is free. What do you call
So
it?
don't-
Royalty free.
Don't
Yeah.
censor us,
Royalty free.
Spotify or Chinese government.
That's right.
Oh,
This
wait.
is called Manhattan Mood by Vinnie Falcone. Of course it's Vinnie Falcone. Oh, yeah. Let's get it on.
Isn't that a gay porn star name?
Vinnie Falcone, or a really bad Sopranos actor. My name's Pussy Lips, or whatever that guy's name was. Big Pussy? Is that what
Big
the guy?
Pussy.
Yeah, Pussy.
Or Polly Walnuts, but
My name's Vinnie Falcone.
I don't
Yeah,
think Pussy
copper.
Lips was one.
I thought you were trying to go for like a James Bond character.
Pussy galore.
I'm going to write a mobster movie now just to put Pussy Lips in there. I think that would work. He sounds like a Dick Tracy bad guy. Oh, God. Here's Prune Face and Pussy Lips.
Flat top, prune face, pussy lips.
You know, DJ Kelly wouldn't take him down.
His sidekick, Whisker Biscuit.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
There's a reason why we have the explicit E next to our podcast.
Sorry. We really hit the 90 to 100-year-old demographic, though, with the Dick Tracy reference there.
Yeah. All right. Regarding top five listener picks from Dr. Number One. He says, my top five for recasting shows that you mentioned last week. Number one, replace Archie with Kevin James.
Nope.
Veronica with Leia Remini.
Oh.
Sounds like a great show, better than what they have right now.
Stop it.
That's right. Seinfeld with Kevin James.
Ugh.
Seinfeld with Kevin James. I don't know if that's a typo or not, but he's got him twice.
No, it isn't.
And number five, replace Jason with Jim.
I think they already do that.
And he liked it better.
Bastards.
It is Dr. Number One.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true. Next, Kevin at Cincy Explorer, not to be confused with Kevin at 365 Flicks. I like how the Twitter handles explain which Kevin I'm reading. He says, "Why has the world become so damn sensitive?" Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Why has the world become so sensitive?
Political correctness.
People are idiots.
Yes, that too.
They can't handle anything.
Feelings over facts.
You know what I did last night for the first time in 25 years? Shut up, keep it clean. I actually rode in the back of a pickup truck, just like a half a block to go to my car, because we were at my son's at the batting cages with my son. We parked farther away, and the one guy's like, "Oh, jump in the back," and my son got in the back, and he's like, "This is pretty cool." I was like, "We used to do this all the time in my childhood."
Yeah.
Breaking the law.
Now you can't.
Yeah, now what you just did was illegal.
We were in a parking lot, so they can't do anything. It was private property.
That's right. Can't get a ticket.
But I was like, wow. So, yes, people have changed. It is a sad world. It is sad. We're a little sensitive. Down the hall.
Social media.
Ugh. Moving on.
Listener reviews from Des Hassing,
Yes.
our most educated listener. Says, so having watched all of Cobra Kai now, while I admit that I'm biased, I quite liked it. I give the season a B+. He said he was just biased, but he quite liked it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he gets a B+. Okay. Mostly because I didn't respond well to the last episode. The show's pretty ambiguous, but the last episode turned super didactic. See, this is what happens when you got sober, educated people. They throw in words like super didactic. Why can't they just say it was double plus good?
He does have 12 degrees.
That's true. Hope you guys watch it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And then finally, Professor Number One, Dr. Number One. Why does Hollywood keep defending Roman Polanski?
Don't get me started on this
And
shit.
then he
can't
gives me a
understand.
web address here. I have no idea.
It's a New York Post article that they finally kicked him out of the Motion Picture Academy.
41 years later.
Oh, and people defended him?
No. They finally kicked him out along with Bill Cosby. Gee, Polanski's his allegations and truth has only been out there for 35 years,
Yeah,
and now
longer.
we're taking a stand. This is the part that pisses me off with Hollywood. You're fucking now doing it, and then everybody's talking like, oh, there's more people out there that do this. Fucking name them. And don't tell me you're afraid of not getting jobs again. Angelina Jolie has the power to do it. Trust me. Oprah has the power to do this. There's a lot of people that have the fucking power to do it. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have the power to do it.
no,
fucking
they,
drop some
they
names.
ripped Matt Damon, by the way.
Well, yeah, but he's I like Matt
Because
Damon.
he
but
said, hey, there's a difference between this and that. And
Yes.
they, ripped him in a shred. I'm like, no, he's right. It's still wrong. It doesn't make it.
But
okay,
but if you're going to if you're saying that there's other Hollywood people that are scum that are sexually assaulting people, fucking name them. Oh my god!
Yeah, just saying, well, so and so did it doesn't mean.
I'm not talking about the actress that's doing commercials. I get that she doesn't want to come out. She's all that stuff. I get that. I'm talking the fucking A-list performers that know that there's people out there. Fucking do it.
Hey, you know what I want to know?
Pisses me off.
I want to know how come how come the music industry completely escapes the Me Too thing?
That's true. It does. Well, R. Kelly didn't. He's getting his now. DJ Khaled is, but that's for a different reason. CeeLo didn't. CeeLo had a little rough one. But yeah, so that pisses me off. Oh, now we're kicking Roman Polanski out. And then people are like, well, he is scum like the actors are. Really? 10 years ago, you had people saying, oh, I would work with him all the day long. And you had all the top actors saying that. You can't change this, fuckers. We know who you are. Sorry, it really pissed me off about that.
Jason will list them in our
Harrison
show
Ford.
credits.
I don't know anyone else.
Are you calling Harrison Ford out?
Yeah, because a couple of years ago, he's like, I would vote for Polanski or root for, work for him. And then now it's like, well, I wouldn't work for him. Fuck you.
I thought you meant you were saying he's done something.
No, you've had all these allegations out there about Polanski. Now you're not working with him.
They weren't allegations.
Sorry,
of Polanski.
charges. Guilt.
But, yeah, he was found guilty in a court of law.
She was 14, you fuckers. Oh, my God. Okay, now I'm better. Okay, what else we got? Hey, let's do some face-off with Nicolas Cage.
Tiny surgery. I'd like to take his face off. Yes.
All right, Jason, you got your face off. What are we doing?
From Dev, the Psy guy. Emily Blunt's Mary Poppins versus Julia Andrews' Mary Poppins.
So
who would win in a fight?
Oh, I thought we were putting Emily Blunt's face on Julie Andrews and vice versa.
We could do that too. Because Emily Blunt plays Mary Poppins in the sequel. Yes, it is a sequel.
I have a feeling Emily Blunt knows more movie karate than Julie Andrews, so I'll take Emily Blunt's Mary Poppins to win.
Julie Andrews still alive?
Yes,
Okay.
or at least she was last I checked.
As of yesterday, she was alive.
I can't guarantee that, but
Who you
I would
picking?
go, yeah, I think Emily Blunt has just do the whole age thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily Blunt doesn't have osteoporosis, so I think you're okay.
well, I think we're taking the Mary Poppins.
Oh, okay. So
Not Julie Andrews versus Emily Blunt now.
Julie Andrews was pretty mean with that umbrella. I feel like that could work. I'm going Yondu's Mary Poppins as the winner from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going with that.
I agree.
There you go.
Damn it, out of left field. Didn't see it. What about Princess Leia's Mary Poppins?
No.
No.
Fuck that. God, I love Last Jedi, but that scene when she came back. Oh my
yeah,
god.
wait a minute. Yeah, are we going to do Yondu's Mary Poppins versus Leia's Mary
Yondu
Poppins
still
next
wins.
week?
Yondu, that's next
There you
week.
go.
That's next
All
week.
right.
Stay tuned. Is Julie
Spoiler
Andrews
alert.
still alive?
Yeah, she doesn't have a death date on
that's
Wikipedia,
good.
so
It's her death date. Okay, let's do some news of the geek.
it's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
If you haven't heard or guessed by our jokes earlier today, appearing
We have no taste.
that is true. You should, though, follow us on nerdly.co.uk. My latest tabletop game review came out with my daughter.
Pengaloo.
Pengaloo! Jeff, have you played that with us before?
I've played it with someone. Don't know if it was.
I think it
you
was
or
me and
not.
you at the gaming convention.
Probably
one
when
time.
you decided to buy it.
Yeah.
After I kicked your ass.
You did. I can't win that game. My daughter is 4 and still beats me at it. But we're on nerdly.co.uk, weebiegeekspc.com. Every Wednesday it drops our episode. Also on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
And none of this has anything to do with DJ Khaled.
Correct. But I forgot to put this in. And we're on Tangent Bound Network and Danger Entertainment. Anyways, moving on. If you haven't heard, appearing on our radio morning show, on a radio morning show, was this Blake and the Dip Man show?
It might have been the Blake and the Dit Man
We
show.
wouldn't have this asshole on.
DJ Khaled stated he doesn't perform oral sex on his wife, but expects it from her because he's the king. This is a quote. And different rules for men. We the king. We the King.
Yeah, you don't have to use verbs either, apparently.
Yeah, see, that's my biggest problem with this whole thing is saying "we the king." I mean,
Yeah, there's only one king called LeBron the King.
I guess he said this back in 2015, and then he reiterated this more about the We the King on last week.
LeBron's the king.
So then DJ admitted he'll never perform oral sex on one, but said it would not be okay if the roles were reversed and his partner opted out of performing oral sex on him. It's different rules for men. You got to understand, we the king. There's some things that you all might not want to do, but it got to get done. I just can't do what you want me to do. I just can't. This led to a response on Twitter from National Treasure and future President Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I quote from his tweet. Clears throat. As a man, I take great pride in mastering all performances. This is probably a little TMI, means too much information, not, according to Blake, a rapper. I will now quietly excuse myself from this fun thread. Even Westworld actress Evan Rachel Wood, who came out in 2011 as bisexual, called out the hip-hop producer for his oral sex comments. Quote, "You're seriously missing out, man," she tweeted. "Take it from someone who has pride and thoroughly enjoys pleasuring women. You should grow up." Well done, Evan Rachel Wood. Is she Dolores?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, making sure.
And former Marilyn Manson lover.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I would go gay too if I was doing that with Manson. We know it's not a choice. It's okay. I was just being funny.
no, you weren't.
I was being serious. Anyways.
You were trying to be funny. You just weren't being funny.
Well, you know who's not funny? DJ Khaled. He's
No.
a fucking idiot. First off, would you want him to go down on you? That's the bigger issue.
Me? No.
Well, not you, but I'm just saying, if you're a woman, do you want him to go down on you? That is not happening. Second off, are you going down on DJ Khaled? Dear
Me?
God,
No.
If you're a woman, no. That is one ugly man.
Well, apparently if you're his wife, you have to.
Yeah. He seems like such a swell guy.
No.
He really does.
You know, in this instant, he just played himself.
Why do you say that?
Because that's a funny quote he's said in the past. Like,
Oh, I don't know.
you just segregated yourself. You just played yourself. You just.
I feel like between soccer and DJ Khaled, Blake is on another level this
Never
week.
mind.
I don't get that DJ Khaled
funny
rap.
thing is,
I'll
though-
put it this way. 2 months ago, I didn't even know who DJ Khaled was.
I only know him because of Jim.
Yes.
And that he was one episode on America's Got Talent. He was the gold star buzzer guy. He was able to hit it.
It's more than I know.
There you go. DJ Khaled. And he puts his 1-year-old son as a producer on all the records that he makes, or songs, or whatever.
Douche.
The best part is Twitter actually went to had a lot more fun with this and had better reactions and responses than just The Rock. They said the one was, "Hey, DJ Khaled's sex life is just like his music. Someone else does 90% of the work and he takes credit for it."
Oh, that's a good one.
I liked it. But if you go to BuzzFeed, they have this on their thing, all the comments, and basically everybody was responding back to DJ Khaled, and it was pretty damn funny. So please stop making stupid people famous. Can we please stop that?
Too late.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
This guy is a piece of shit, allegedly. So, yes, thanks, DJ, for that.
When there are people who are famous just because they tweet, you know we've reached a
new lowest society?
Yeah.
We are getting like the Orville, the TV show, when the one world was all about likes.
Yeah.
If you fall below 20,000 likes or dislikes, you're dead.
And if you got too many dislikes, you'd go to jail. That was their jury system.
I like that episode a lot. Let's see here. Netflix is giving antsy Arrested Development fans, Blake and Jeff, the next best thing to a 5th season. Last week, series creator Mitch Hurwitz took to social media to announce a remix of Arrested's polarizing 4th season will be released this past week on May 4th.
I didn't know it was that polarizing.
Yeah, I didn't. When I read the word polarizing, I went, "Did I miss something?"
Basically, because it wasn't a linear story.
Yeah, I think there were some people who complained.
Yeah, they went through and it because of as you'll read on, based upon conflicts of schedules and everything. They literally filmed everything at like 1 or 2 scenes or areas, locations with everybody there, and just
because the actors were all doing different
hash
things.
it up, and
Yeah.
You know, I was actually kind of disappointed by it. I wanted it to be more because I'm like, come on, it's Arrested Development. And like, Will Arnett's Job, I didn't even find. Usually, I find Job pretty funny and enjoyable to watch, but it didn't even. It just felt like he was just a horrible, bitter, angry person the whole time.
Well, that's
he should be on our
Job.
show then.
Well,
I never really found.
But it's funny though.
I never found Will Arnett pretty much that funny in anything.
I agree.
mean, he
Really?
was best as Job, but even the Job character is few and far between. You know.
Really? So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear Europe's The Final Countdown?
I think of
Job.
Europe's The Final Countdown.
No, I think of Job and his opening magician scene.
See, that was a favorite song of mine 20 years before Arrested Development ever came out. So,
oh God!
so why? I don't know why I would associate such a great song that's
Great
been
song?
around.
Are you kidding me?
Love that song.
You're serious?
I'm serious.
The
It's
Final
a great
Countdown?
s-
The final countdown.
We're heading for Venus.
Just that line alone, we're done.
Because maybe they've seen us
Oh God!
and welcomed us all.
That's why Job picked it for his opening magic scene.
Shuffling the content from 15 individual.
And I will say, to interrupt you again, I will say,
You will say or Will says?
I do declare.
no, I will say.
You say about Will?
No, nothing about Will. It's about the final countdown.
Okay.
That, if I wasn't too cheap,
You would use it as your opening
would-
scene for a magic?
no, I would use it as my ringtone. if it didn't, or at least back in the day when you had to pay however much to get a ringtone, I never would bother.
You
paying
can make
for
your
a
own
ringtone.
ringtones now. There's apps for them.
Yeah, well, my phone doesn't have enough memory for a new app. Come on.
He can't even dial a phone number with his phone. It doesn't have that much memory.
No, that's about all I can
No,
do.
If Commodore 64 made a phone,
Jeff would have it.
it'd be in his back. It would be the backpack.
Basically, he just said that he's going to piece them together from 15 episodes to 22. Season 5 comes out May 29th. Just to let you guys know.
It's awesome.
Oh, they actually released
Yes,
it.
they did.
Yeah.
It was not on here. I told the intern, hey, Rocket, get the fuck out. I got some new information.
But yeah, well, they remixed the non-linear stories into a linear.
Did you like the last season?
I did.
Okay.
Cinco de Cuatro.
I did. I have never watched more than 2 episodes of this show, so I go to you guys on it. Did you like it, Blake?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean,
Do you want a
I
fifth
wish
season?
it would have been better and more. Maybe if I watch it,
Maybe if you watch the remix, you'll like it better.
I'll like it better. Yeah, I just know Portia. What's her name?
De Rossi?
Yeah, Portia de Rossi is. She doesn't age well.
Neither does Jeffrey Tambor, and he's in it too. He's in the. They actually
He's still in it. Yeah,
Yeah, they are not
correct.
kicking him out. So
But the
Transparent did say that they're ending the series after this season. It's a season without Jeffrey Tambor. They
Because
fired
people
him.
don't forgive anybody anymore. That's right.
So moving on.
but I just
sorry,
have to
go
say, I
ahead.
thought it was funny that they released it on Cinco de Cuatro.
May
Yeah.
4th. Yeah.
Yes.
Quickies, per deadline, this is a 2-parter here. Sylvester Stallone is set to return for a 5th installment in the Rambo franchise.
Why not?
Despite rumors he may also direct, that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, that's a shame. Actually, he's not a bad director. Avi Lerner and Sylvester Stallone are working on the script with a tentative shoot date for September of this year.
What culture is he going to go kill this time?
Oh, we'll get there. In the 5th episode of the franchise,
Oh, go ahead. We'll make a new Rambo.
when the daughter of one of his friends is kidnapped, Rambo.
Who are you imitating? Is that Sylvester Stallone?
No,
Is that
no,
Stallone?
I think it started as Sylvester Stallone and kind of turned into Quick Draw McGraw at the end.
Time
there.
out. Who do you think I was doing, Blake?
Who
do you think I was doing? Who do you think
I was doing Sylvester Stallone.
I get that.
I don't know who you were doing.
Just give me a name. Give me a name.
Rambo?
Yeah, that's who I was doing. That sounds good.
Rambo doesn't have any lines.
In the 5th episode of the franchise, dear God, when the daughter of one of his friends is kidnapped, Rambo, who has been working on a ranch, crosses the U.S.-Mexican border.
It's not allowed back in.
And quickly finds
wait.
himself up against the full might of one of Mexico's most violent cartels.
The
Sir,
problem is,
can you identify yourself as an American citizen? What language is that, sir?
problem is he goes into Mexico, and when he's over there, they build the wall.
And he can't come back.
Get back.
I'm American.
Hello.
On a side note, Hulk Hogan today, yes, the Hulk Hogan, said
He's back.
in a real fight, he would beat Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not kidding.
Hey, what's with the
Wow.
WWE giving all these octogenarians jobs?
I don't
Oh,
know.
is that what
I
we're
never
going to
knew
do?
so many old people could kick ass.
Is that what the next Rocky movie will be?
Clubber Lang versus Thunder Lips?
Well, not Clubber Lang.
Oh,
Rocky.
not Clubber Lang.
Rocky versus
Rocky.
Thunder Lips. We're going to bring that one back now.
Well, according to
Or maybe,
WWE.
maybe Creed will fight Thunder Lips' son.
Or actually, you know what? WWE's got pussy lips now. So, according to Jason.
Time out. I fucked up Rocky, and the name's in the title of this movie. Yeah, Clubber Lang's going to fight him. Nope, that's not his name. It's Rocky.
Although we could bring Mr. T back in, too.
Why not? But yeah, Hulk Hogan said in an interview today that in a real life fight, he
I
would
don't-
beat his ass.
I don't know. Is Mr. T old enough to be back into the WWE?
He's got 5 more years. Hold on, give him some time.
So WWE is forgiving Hulk Hogan, it looks like.
Unfortunately.
Yes, they are.
They're going to let him back into the Hall of Fame.
Was he coming back as Hollywood Hogan or Hulk Hogan?
You know what? I hope he comes back as dead Hogan.
He
I
didn't
don't
come back
care.
as Hulkamania because of what's her name's wearing that across her breast.
They said there's no doctors that will let him even have physical contact with like wrestlers, like fake punching and that. And it's like, why are you even bringing him back?
Because he's speaking good at Boys and Girls Clubs across America.
Is he?
because he can
Well,
cut
did
his
you not read the article?
No, I got bored because it was Hulk Hogan. I don't like him.
because he sweats profusely and cuts his forehead a lot.
Yes, he does.
And
But he
therefore
had-
a lot of
That was
blood.
also Ric Flair.
He had one of the most devastating finishers with that leg drop.
Oh my god. Moving on, according to this is more depressing news. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Sony Pictures Animation has ordered a sequel to Peter Rabbit. First film earned mixed reviews from critics, but made over $320 million worldwide.
Kids be dumb.
What the fuck is wrong with this world?
Kids be stupid.
So I'm glad. Good news is that hopefully it beats out Boss Baby, the sequel. At the thing.
Which one's worse?
I think I would say Peter Rabbit.
Face Off. Boss Baby versus Peter Rabbit.
Well, they were talking about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, or Bill and Ted's getting a third
The
one.
third one, yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Who's the market for it?
My sister.
Does anyone care? Okay, besides your sister. And like
Blake?
10 people. Really?
My friends at work, they were
Why?
Bill and Ted.
No one cares. The first one was overrated.
Bring back Keanu.
take that back.
First one's overrated. I did like Napoleon going down the water slide. I thought that was fun.
Waterloo.
The second one was horrible. The only good part was death.
Yeah, that's
Socrates. As long as they bring Socrates back.
Socrates Johnson.
I'm not saying the first one didn't have funny moments, but it's like, do we really want to see a 45 to, well, probably 55-year-old
Maxine of Arc.
Yeah, Bill and Ted? No! Oh my god.
Only if they mix it with Keanu's John, what's his name, character.
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick, where he goes through and starts killing all the historical people.
You know what? Bill and Ted is a prequel to John Wick. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Also, breaking news: Fox is in the process of renewing Lethal Weapon for a third season, but it will not be with the guy that plays Riggs. So, or who's the Mel Gibson character? Is that Riggs?
Yeah, that's Riggs.
Well, supposedly he's had some confrontations with other production crew and everything else on the set.
Oh, he pulled a Thomas Gibson?
Yeah, he's and I guess he was directing a scene and he threw like some people against a wall, and he apologized, so that was good. He said he's not perfect. That's
true.
So they're recasting him in the third season.
Whoever it is going to be the same character?
Yes.
Or is he going to
character.
be like Coy and Vance Duke?
No, same character, Martin Riggs. So that is coming. That is possibly coming back. Also, other news: AP Bio got renewed for a second season.
Really?
Yeah, just announced before we went on air today.
Has anyone seen it?
We've seen. My wife and I have watched 5 episodes.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
And we have 10 on DVR, or 8. And we're still slowly... Like, it's funny, but I don't know what the end game is for this show. Like, I don't know how you keep it going for 8 more episodes. I guess we'll find out.
And then another year?
Yeah, and that's... I'm kind of like... if she likes... And she's like, I'm still on the fence. And I'm basically like, if you want to watch it, I'll watch it. If you don't... I mean, there's funny moments in it. I like Glenn Howerton. He's funny in it. Patton Oswalt is okay. Kind of like a lot of things with Patton Oswalt. I can take him or leave him.
King of Queens?
Ugh. But yeah, AP Bio got renewed. So there you go. And there's your News of the Geek. Let's have a little promo from our friends.
Do you like movie reviews? How about true crime stories, celebrity interviews? Well, you won't get any of that here. I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 boys and a night job. I don't have time for all that crap. What I do have time for is browsing the web for weird and idiotic news stories. Then I bring my favorites to you every week, along with my own weird life lessons and favorite podcast recommendations because, hey, sharing is caring, right? So subscribe to Odd Dad Out in Apple Podcast, Google Play Music, or your favorite podcatcher. And follow me on Twitter at Odd Dad Out and add a little weird to your day.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, the bombs at the box office this week. We've got Bad Samaritan. It made only $1.8 million in 2,000 theaters, and below the studio's expectation of $5 million. The film has a 58% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a B- on CinemaScore.
Rumor is that they don't know what the budget is. That's the rumor, that nobody can tell us what the budget is.
Well, 58% is only 2% short of Fresh, right?
Well, that's true.
Well, I'm just saying, for a film to bomb this bad, I mean, I know B- is usually not a good sign. For some reason, people think B- is a bad grade. But 58% and B- don't sound like, something that would be the worst movie in years to come out.
What is Bad Samaritan?
I don't know. Didn't we talk about that last week?
Yeah, I still don't remember. That's how memorable it is.
I can't remember.
Okay, we don't even remember what it was.
Good old Bad Samaritan. What else we got at the box office?
We have number 1 for the week. Who could figure that out? Avengers: Infinity War.
Second week.
It made another $112.5 million, a total of $451 million on a $300 million budget. And that's just domestically.
Go Avengers.
In its opening weekend, Overboard made $15 million.
Okay.
$12 million budget, so it made its money back.
Who is watching Overboard? Please tell me.
Anna Faris fans?
I like Anna Faris. Not watching Overboard. What else got?
Quiet Place, number 3, made $8 million. That's up to $160 million on a $17 million budget.
Incredible.
Looking like John Krasinski might get a second movie out of this.
He should have. It should have been Captain America.
No, Chris Evans should have been Captain America.
They did.
I think they did right on that.
They are making a sequel to A Quiet Place. So
A Quieter Place?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
But spoilers. Never mind.
What's he gonna do? Put Thanos' gauntlet in a bowl of Jello?
Yeah.
Come on.
I get it from The Office. I get The Office reference.
Can't make Kaczynski Captain America.
You may have had some really bad football or soccer jokes, but he came back with The Office there.
There you go.
I would actually pay to see Thanos'
Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Number 4 this week, I Feel Pretty, made $5 million, a total of $38 million on a $32 million budget. So it's in the red.
Yeah. Rampage. You're talking about Rampage?
No, I Feel Pretty.
Oh, I Feel Pretty. I'm sorry.
You were jumping ahead, not even
Sorry.
listening to me speak. Thanks.
Sorry. We were going live on.
Yeah, you're paying too much attention to things that have nothing to do with what we're actually doing, and now I'm getting flipped
Well, call
off.
me Amy Schumer. I'm just not paying attention to the script. Okay? So, my bad.
And Rampage made $4.5 million, a total of $85 million on a $120 million budget.
It did make money back overseas, so that helped, but they said the marketing was pretty extensive, so they said it would make a small profit.
Okay, have we figured out, does it start in Peoria?
And we do not know that.
All right, that's what we need Besotted Geek to let us know.
Besotted Geek, does Rampage, the movie, start in Peoria? Better question.
How does it play in Peoria?
That's a good one. Third question. Do all the Rampage video games start in Peoria?
Are people in Peoria outraged?
Number 5. Why would you live in Peoria? Okay, moving on.
So now no one in Peoria listens to us anymore.
Oh, they don't have much else. We just got onto their ham radio, so we're okay.
Upcoming May 11th of 2018. Life of the Party. Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. She's shit in a sorority sink?
I hope so. I've seen half a trailer for this.
I turned off a commercial for it.
Yeah, I saw the ending of it, and I was like, that starts this week? You saw no, attention to it, which is fine.
And also coming out, Breaking In.
I've seen a lot of trailers for this.
Which one's this one?
The single mom, has 2 kids at her house. It's a very secure house, and you don't know why.
So it's a horror
The
movie.
mom kicks ass.
No, yeah, well, no, it's not a horror movie. 2 robbers break in, keep her kids kidnapped, and then she has to break into the secure house that she lives into.
So she doesn't know how to get into her own house.
I guess there's something I don't know.
Code.
She forgot it. I don't know the code.
Doesn't everybody know the secret way to get in your house that nobody else knows unless they follow you?
Oh, it's Bosco.
I get that joke.
Thank you. Moving on. What else we got?
Buy sell this week. We're going to go with Anna Faris. Hollywood Stock Exchange has her at $66.60. Comparison to, for some reason, Tiffany Haddish, who is $57.51.
I feel like I know the name Tiffany Haddish, but I don't know what she's on.
I have no clue. I know she did some commercial for something.
She's funny, they say, but I don't know. I've never really.
She's no Katja or Bears.
Who?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm buying Anna Faris just because it's Anna Faris.
If it's in relation to Tiffany Haddish, I'll buy Anna Faris.
There you go.
Because I
Blake, what are you doing?
still don't know. Groupon. I think Tiffany Haddish did a Groupon commercial.
I thought you meant she was on Groupon.
You can see her
If we
Groupon.
can get a Groupon with Tiffany Haddish and Anna Faris, I'll get that.
For a combined of $60. Okay.
I was going to say, yeah, she's back on the market. Buy.
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 Speak of, should be on the market. Go ahead.
You mean the one we did last week?
Yeah, I don't want to do that one again.
Okay.
Fucking Rocket.
Chris Evans again?
Yeah, let's just do him again. Chris Evans, 143.57 comparison to Don Cheadle at 157.08. How Don Cheadle is still number 1 above him, it amazes me.
He's got the Kristen Bell.
Hotel Rwanda, too.
I'm still selling Chris Evans.
I'm buying him. Yum.
I can't remember what I said to do last
So what are you going to do this week?
The opposite.
I'm selling.
You bought last week.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
I'm selling.
Okay.
It's going week to week. Come on. This past week, he took the Infinity War money and now is selling.
That's right. I'm doing what all Americans do. I'm chasing the market. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Jeff, what are you doing September 14th through the 16th?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. How about
yeah,
you?
you are. You know why? Agent Coulson's going to be there. Oh, yeah. Clark Gregg.
Yeah, so is Maria Hill.
Yes, she is. And Summer Glau's going to be there along with Carl Urban. So there you go.
Jamie Lannister himself.
Winter is coming. Is that the line?
That is the line.
Oh, yay! And
Stormy. Oh, wait.
No, not Stormy Dan. No. But we were advised that we were not giving enough love to somebody. One of our fans asked this.
Uh-oh.
LeVar Burton is going to be there. From Star Trek, Next Generation.
That's because, I had forgotten he was going to be there.
Well, he was one of the first ones announced. So
last I'm like, LeVar Burton? I forgot about that one.
Yes.
So, yes.
So
must
bring a
give
book.
LeVar Burton
Take a look. It's
The Reading Rainbow.
I can do anything.
Wasn't he in Revenge of the Nerds?
No.
No.
But he wasn't Lamar?
He was not Lamar.
Lamar.
No.
Sorry.
Billy Zappa's going to be there, though.
He is.
Yes. So, so get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com, September 14th through 16th. Hobie will be there.
We will.
We cannot confirm that anybody will be at our booth like Billy Zapka, but, we're going to try.
There's a chance that some of these big stars will stop by the Hobie booth.
Stop by. They'll probably be in the green room at Hobie with Blake.
With Blake.
Yes, Blake's going to have an after-hour show of Hobie in the green room with these guys. Wait a minute, is that Chris Evans?
He's not even at the show.
He's a fan. Yes, so get your tickets, CincinnatiComicExpo.com. It's at Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. And stop by and see us at the Hopi booth. We'll be playing trivia and hopefully with Clark Craig. Hanno, can you get us new music?
Jason's tired of this music.
I actually am not. Boo, boo, boo. DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled.
Maybe after this episode, DJ Khaled will spin a record for us.
Well, just like the top 5 music, it doesn't entertain anyone, just like DJ. Moving on. Let's see. Top 5 this week is from Nikki from New Zealand, our favorite Kiwi. She has top 5 favorite tabletop games. So, the funny part is, she said, I said, well, what's yours? She goes, I don't really have any because I'm just starting to collect them.
Yeah, I'm just getting into the hobby and I want to get ideas, is what she was saying.
So, Jeff, you can go first because you're the big tabletop guy here.
Oh, I'll go first. Well,
so, what is your number 5?
I'm going to put it this, I probably should have, but I didn't include like role-playing games as tabletop games.
That's fine.
Even though they probably should be, I kind of want more with the board card game stuff.
That's fine.
So this by my list in no way means that, am putting some other stuff below this list.
Okay.
They just weren't in consideration when I made the list. I'll start off, and I don't know if you remember, we had done this once before.
We did board games.
Oh.
I checked. I checked.
Close enough.
Rocket's like, I think we did this before. I said, no, we did board games, but that was more...
That was almost 4 years ago.
That was more like games growing up and like Monopoly and that stuff.
Well, that's because you put Monopoly on your list.
I love Monopoly.
Monopoly's a terrible game.
You're a terrible human. Shut
I
up.
am.
So
Well,
what's the rule?
whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
That's the rule.
What do you got?
I'm going with my number 5. I'm going to go with Trivial Pursuit.
I think that was on your list last
It
time.
was number 1 on my list last time.
Okay. You do love Trivial Pursuit.
It will never go away. It's pretty much the game that the family plays on every holiday or whatnot.
Yeah, you're playing real Trivial Pursuit.
Yes, real Trivial
Pursuit. Yeah, you're
Pursuit.
not playing the newer Trivial Pursuits that have come out, which has pulp culture knowledge and not real knowledge.
Well, we're playing them all.
Okay.
Well, I mean... The
classic
the
one.
actual Trivial Pursuit, where you got the board and you
Genus edition.
Genus editions 1 through 6 I've owned, but yes.
Okay. Blake, what's your number 5?
Yeah, my number 5 is actually euchre.
I don't think. Well, I guess you play on
play it
tabletop.
on a
Play it on
tabletop.
the floor, on tabletop, on train seats. You can play it wherever you
Nice
want,
deck
man.
of cards.
You're talking about euchre, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I meant something else.
Yeah.
Something DJ Khaled won't do.
Yes, right.
That's right.
You make good music.
That's right. All you need is a pinochle deck. I mean, regular card deck. You don't have to use them all. Just 9 through ace.
Yes.
My number 5. A lot of these games are Jeff's games because he's got us introduced in the last 5 years of these.
Yeah, all the games I go over and play and like lose horribly and I hate.
I know you do have some rough ones.
Once. I think I played a game with you once.
It's usually enough.
And because of you let Jim win easily. But we'll get into that because that game was on my list.
Yeah, well, there you go.
My number 5 was Pandemic. I like that game. That's the one that's a cooperative game. We're trying to stop the diseases from
spreading throughout the world, and
Just
for some
nuke
reason,
everything.
And for some reason, Jason's always the one that draws the card that
starts a pandemic.
Yeah, the
and you gotta contain it. I like it. There is one on, not to go off topic here, but there's a game on Kickstarter I saw today that you had to get the animals back into the zoo. They all escape. And it was kind of clever. There's a rhino that can charge and kill and hurt you, so you have to go to the medic tent. There's snakes, there's lemurs, there's monkeys, there's tigers. Harambe? No, you cannot shoot them. You can't shoot them.
You want a bat?
Harambe who abducts your 4-year-old child.
You dropped him into the enclosure. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a fun game. But you have to get the cards that have like a net for the monkey and then or for the snake or whatever it is. Like you had to get the corresponding thing to capture them, and then they move each time. And I thought that's kind of clever. Anyways, moving on. It was not going to get funded.
It was losing, huh?
Charterstone. We just started playing this. It's a game that just keeps going. A legacy game.
It's a legacy game. We were 2 or 3 plays into it.
Yeah,
we need to get some more.
Yeah, we do have to get some more games in this. You basically it's a legacy game. You just start spreading. You start playing it, and you're building houses. You're building your village. You're trying to kill the other people.
You're not killing anyone.
I'm trying.
You're trying but failing because there's no mechanic in the game to actually kill people.
There's 5 of us playing. You can play up to 6. But the 6th person is like an automatic computer, and we named him Blake. Blake Bot, so is actually in the game. So congratulations, Blake, you're in the game.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed that game. I enjoyed it. You get to name your character. Blake, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
However, remember who you're playing with, and if you have to sanitize the deck...
Like sanitize like with lotion or...
Well, that too. You have to go through and pull out all the naughty cards. So it's not what you want to play with your father-in-law.
As he explains what a glory hole is to your daughters.
It's like, they don't know what it is. Why are you telling them?
They're 20 years old in college. They're probably faking this knowledge.
So, have you played that game since then?
No, him. No. But I have gone through and sanitized the deck so that he would play and I would stop getting in trouble. Because you remember the podcast where we talked about it?
Yeah.
And I got yelled and screamed at, and it was a horrible. It was pretty funny actually. But anyway, of course, when they went back to college, you know what they did? Is they you hand us all the cards because I took the naughty cards and put them in a plastic Ziploc bag.
So they took those cards.
They're like, "Oh yeah, give us those." I'm like, "Here you go,
have fun." College.
Well, my wife's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "They're in college."
You know what you need to do is mark the naughty card so it's easier to take out.
Yeah.
But like on the
yeah, or you just don't bring that version back to the in-laws' house.
Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is a game called Raiders of the North Sea.
What is that?
It's designed by Shem Phillips and produced by Garphill Games. This is something Nikki should be interested in because it's out of New Zealand.
Is it a newer game?
It's a fairly newer game. Yes, it was up for the Spiel des Jahres last year, which is the game of the year over at the Essen and Spiel in Germany. It didn't win, although I was rooting for it because it should have. But something I kickstarted like 3 years back or something, and now he's got expansions to it and everything. And
do you have it?
I do have it. Yes.
Okay.
But it's one where it's kind of a take on a worker placement where you place one worker, then remove another worker, and every time you get a turn, you do that, and you're
capitalistic pig.
You're Vikings, and you are...
You replace your worker.
And you're raiding around the... Sure, yes. And you're...
I now picture a Viking working in a factory in the early 1900s.
Oh, I was picturing a Viking at, like, McDonald's.
Yeah,
Socialist Vikings.
But, yes...
Okay.
But, take on a Viking game with a worker placement kind of feel. Interesting take on it.
Worker placement. Are you a raper or a pillager? Oh, I kind of like both.
Go to that line.
Apparently, I have to explain the term worker placement to Blake. That's a style or a mechanic in a game.
But I do agree with Blake. I do feel like it's a socialist thing. Like
capitalist. You're talking about Raiders of the Sea and Vikings and worker placements. Are you a rower, raper, pillager? What are you? I don't know.
Pretty
Mr.
much.
Viking?
You get different people with different. You got cards with the Vikings have different skills and whatnot. So
Blake is not completely off on this one because until you said Vikings, I was picturing like working a factory, like molten lava's coming out.
The term worker placement. I've discussed that with you.
I know, but I'm not the brightest.
It was on the ballot today, didn't you see it? Worker placement's a fraud.
Right to work is a fraud. So that's your number 3?
Yeah, that was my number. That was my number 4.
What's your number 3?
Viking job application. Row, rape, pillage. Can I check all 3?
Do you have a helmet? Do you have your own horn helmet?
Do you bring your own sword and shield?
Do you have a club? Do you have fur
Sword and
boots?
shield not provided.
No fur boots.
Helmets are optional, okay?
No fur boots, no loincloth, no service.
Does it have social workers in that game too? So you're an unemployed Viking. What is it that you like to do? Rape. We can't do that anymore.
That's not an actual job
not an
skill
actual
people are
job
looking
skill?
for.
What's your name, Mr. Viking? Weinstein. Why have you been unemployed for 7 years, Mr. Viking? I was looking for a job in management.
I got tired of rowing. It hurt my back. I can still rape though.
I'm on disability.
They made me the soothsayer of the clan because I have my back, but I'm the shaman now. But I would still like to do some pillaging in my age.
I feel like I got 2 good years left in me.
I still got at least 2 good pillaging years left.
I got a back brace now, so it's okay.
I don't have to be in the front of the line. I don't need the big gold cross, crucifixes from the abbeys. I'll take some beads. I can still buy people with beads.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ragnar, but there's no place for you in our
You have a
long
job
ship.
opening on Oak Island if you would like to. Hold on.
Can you bang a drum?
Well, I did play the triangle in school. And by school, I mean first grade.
Like Vikings had grades.
Sorry, my bad. I did play drums under Erik the Red. I hope that's okay. I know he's not welcomed around here lately.
Well, he really wasn't red. That was kind of his nickname. He's more Roshashea.
Fun fact, he was burgundy down below his loincloth.
Erik the Red's carpet did not match his drapes. He did dye his ponytails. It's a fact, I swear.
Jeff, what's your number 3? This is way too much Viking talk. Next episode of Viking Talk.
My number 3, I have.
Placement for Vikings.
I have.
That's an SNL skit.
Okay. No, my number 3, I have Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
Oh, yeah, that was okay.
See, I really enjoy this game.
I think I need to play it again with you.
Yeah, well, you didn't like it because you got screwed in.
I
at
was
the
the
time
bad guy.
Yeah.
And I got stuck because you pulled the elevator up so I got stuck in the basement. I literally had no place to go. I was the villain, and I had no place to go because the elevator and the stairs were gone.
Yeah, the way the game works is there's you're building the board as you play. You're exploring. So each time you go into a new room, you take a new tile. Sometime throughout there, a haunt will happen, and one of the people playing will become the betrayer. Well, the time we were playing, Jason was the betrayer, and when it happened, he was in the basement. The first move that happened, I think it was your wife.
Yes.
Jumped in the Mystic Elevator, which is one of the rooms that could take you to other rooms, and left the basement. But they never found the stairs to get out of the basement, so Jason was stuck in the basement.
It was the most boring game for 35 minutes.
Yet somehow I still ended up dying.
You did. It was like L.A. Law. You went down the elevator shaft. You weren't paying attention.
I'm like, oh, I'll try this. No, you fail. You take a point. I'm dead. But the rest of the guys won.
You fell down the Mystic Elevator shaft.
I know that game gets a lot of grief or whatever because people actually try to care about winning or losing, and it's just about having fun when you're playing it.
What's your number 3, Blake?
Dungeon! Exclamation point.
Ah!
Talking about the classic dungeon, and there's nothing worse than that damn purple worm. I mean, the green slime was no problem, but the purple worm,
With a Y?
no.
Oh, no.
I feel like you're trying to talk English, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Was this like Adventure on the Atari?
No.
No,
It was a board game.
It's a board game.
Okay.
Called
I don't remember.
It was a Dungeon Explorer
exclamation
game.
point.
Okay. You know what? Now that I
It's like one of the most sought after games in
Yeah.
the board game community.
you know what? I think
Vintage. My mom and dad, I hope they still have it. And that damn purple worm.
my number 3. I tied it. I hobied it.
Of course you did.
This actually though kind of makes sense. They're card games. I did Go Nuts for Donuts. I really enjoy that game. You're trying to gain points by getting the right donuts, and if somebody else picks the same donut, you cross off. You know, if you do it. I like it because my daughter is 4 and she can actually play with us and knows how to play in that and actually beats us a lot of times. She gets bored with picking the right numbers, so she just puts the random numbers down and wins.
That's how it works usually.
But yeah, I like that. Go Nuts for Donuts. And it's actually cheap. It's like $12, I think. 10 to 12 bucks.
It's just a small deck of cards. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be too expensive.
Might actually be less than that. And something that we played just on vacation recently, Bears vs. Babies. I really like that game.
It's all right.
It's a card building game. I really enjoy it.
Sounds cannibalistic.
It is. It is.
Well, see, you play the bears, and you're trying to stop the evil babies.
from blowing up the world.
Oh.
But you build you build the
You build
creatures.
animals, weird creatures.
My number 2 is a really this is a good one. And Jeff, you have a lot of this. Smash Up.
That's my number 2 also.
Is it? I really like Smash Up.
That's
That's
the
the
one.
game I suck at.
That's the one that Blake played once.
Can Blake play this game again? Because I want to play against him.
I really love this game. I didn't get the newest.
Which is the newest expansion?
A 70s.
Ugh, no.
They got like vigilantes and kung fu heroes and
disco
things.
cokeheads.
Yeah.
Basically, you're playing your cards against each other. You're trying to break a base.
2 different factions you smash together like
Bears and
team,
pirates.
Like a team.
Robots, ants.
just don't ever be bears and pirates. They don't work well
No.
together.
Time Lords and fairies, like the actual
Yes.
from Peter Pan. You also have kittens. There's kittens in there.
Kittens, there are
There's a
kittens.
lot of them.
There-
And the expansion packs were fun. There's a sci-fi one that I liked.
Sci-fi one.
Zombies I enjoy. I think zombies are a good one.
They're in the basement, but yeah, zombies are a good one.
Because they keep coming back. But it's a card game, but you're trying to break the base. Card-based game, I should say.
Yes.
And you're trying to break the base, like try to get 21 points.
Try to get as much point numbers on a base so it breaks, but then you want to have the most of everybody else, and cards let you do different things and interact different ways.
You can attack and all that stuff. It's
No euchre.
It is not euchre. The time we were trying to teach Blake, I was teaching Blake and Jim, who's not here for whatever stupid reason. And so it's like, all right, we'll play. And I'm like, I'll take mine randomly. You guys pick what you want to be. I don't even remember what Blake picked. Jim ended up picking the deadly combination of wizards and robots.
Robots are good.
Where both of them let you draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
So, like, I was playing something and I would put out a card and then Blake would get rid of my card. Like, I was playing and then Blake was hurting me and then Jim just snuck in, played one card, broke every base, and won the game.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Good job, Blake.
You're welcome.
What's your number 2, Blake? I do like Smash Up, though. It's very recommended.
My number 2 is Balderdash.
Balderdash.
Love
fun.
Balderdash.
I do like Balderdash.
It is a lot of fun, especially when you start drinking, and you get a lot of fun with making up fake
Inappropriate
definitions and
things.
inappropriate definitions. You know, it gets to the point where I'm not even like trying to win. I'm just trying to come up with stupid, sexy, goofy definitions to make people laugh.
Now, have you played the more recent editions where you got more than just a definition or a word, where you got
I've
movie
also played the ones where
and
they got like
people
initials.
and
You fill in the
dates, yeah.
initials, and
I like the movie titles.
titles.
The movie titles are always fun to
Yeah,
do. They're my favorites.
yeah, it's pretty fun. After tossing a couple back, I really have a good time, especially when everybody's just laughing their asses off about stuff.
Jeff, your number 2 is Smash Up. What's
My
your number 1?
2 is Smash Up. My number 1 currently is Terraforming Mars.
I'm intrigued by this.
This
You just
is-
got this.
I do not even own this.
Oh, you don't?
No, I've played this at my friend's house. I've only played it once.
Wow.
But I loved it after I played it, and I've actually watched YouTube videos of other people playing it.
Okay.
And but it's it's kind of a engine building machine where you try to get certain parts working together to get you get points, and the whole process is you're going to Mars and making it habitable or habitable,
Blue sky.
whatever it is. But so you're doing that, and when certain end game criteria come up, you finish the game, and depending on how well you did and with your point getting engine, you compare each other's, and I think they did a very well job of balancing it, and I really, really liked it so much that I want to play it more often.
There's actually a review of it up on nerdly.co.uk.
Ah, okay. And it is a very long game.
What's the average?
Well, the time we played it took us like almost 4 hours.
Oh.
So that's now. Grant, we were playing, I think, the advanced version or whatever. I think there is a way you can play it that it's shorter and whatnot, but probably not as fun because you're limited as to what you can do as much.
Blake, what's your number one?
Axis and Allies, of course.
Ah, of course. You moved an inch.
You liked Axis and Allies? I didn't know that.
Did you like the space version
Yeah.
of it?
I've played the other Fortress America versions, and they branched out all kinds of board game versions of it. But no, I like Axis and Allies.
I never knew that.
Really? Have I ever talked about it?
No, not often.
Let me talk about it.
My number
It's
one.
like Risk, but more advanced.
My number one is Ticket to Ride, the train game. I really enjoy that game.
I thought it's because of the Beatles song.
No.
Do you play the Beatles song?
Ticket to Ride. No.
While
There's
you're
no
playing the
There's
game?
no Beatles in my
Jason
house.
doesn't like the Beatles.
Do you have to guess Beatles songs
No,
while you're
there's
playing the
nothing
game?
in this game about
Yellow Submarine.
Overrated. Oh, sorry.
Well, Yellow Submarine isn't a good song. I agree with you on
So
that.
Ticket to Ride, you're trying to make train connections between cities, and you can try to block the other people by building on top of their railroads, and they don't know what you're built. You get cards saying
Yeah,
these
you
are,
have to
these are
connect two
destinations,
cities,
but no one else knows those. I really enjoy them. There's other ones. I got a Europe one. I
Oh,
think?
plenty of different maps.
Yeah.
You have Asia.
Asia, that's right. Where you go through the mountains,
Yeah.
and you have to, you have little train sets and that.
Yeah.
So,
But there's the U.S., there's Europe, there's Asia.
there's Africa, if you can find it, because they stopped making it.
There's, what do you call it?
Norwegian countries have one.
Yeah, the Nordic
Norwegian,
countries,
yep.
UK,
Yep. Damn UK. Just a little kidding.
Germany.
the Norwegian countries, like UK.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, there's two different ones. Nordic
Wait, hold on a
countries
second.
and UK are two different maps.
Hold on. Are these like map boards based on U.S. versions of geography?
Yes.
No,
That
they're,
sounds
they're
more
actually
interesting.
close to being true. Not.
Okay.
Such as.
Because I love Spain and South America.
Also, my honorable mention is Evolution. I'm really gonna like that one. I
So
wanna
we
do
need
the
to play
one-
that again.
Yeah, I want to do the Birds of Prey one.
Yeah, so what's that change into?
You start as you're trying to create an animal, and you can give it different powers, or not powers, but traits.
Yeah.
Scales or tails or climbing ability and all that stuff.
Start out as a young liberal and end up as an old conservative?
You start off as a Viking,
Primordial ooze is what you
Primordial
start
ooze.
as.
but the best part is you can become a carnivore. Don't do that before you really
Yeah.
have the power. I did that.
Yeah,
a couple
you
times.
don't want to become a carnivore before you have the ability to eat other animals because then you die quickly.
I like it though. But yes, anyone else have a quick honorable mentions?
Wait, hold on. Is that evolution? Is that based on facts?
No. We're in
Just
Tennessee.
wondering. Okay.
It's not allowed. You can't play it in the South. Jeff, anything?
No, I don't. I limited it myself.
Full Grill.
Only those animals found on the ark? That's the only one?
That's right. Dinosaurs, zebras. Fulgrim at the Canadian. He had number 5, Star Trek Ascendancy.
I don't know that one.
4, Shadowrun Crossfire.
I heard that was very good. I have not played that.
I think he did this just to fuck with me. Arn Dragon.
I don't know that one.
Dungeons and Dragon box games like Ravenloft.
Ravenloft.
Ashlar Dawn. I don't know this.
Ashelon.
Yeah. And number 1, Sushi Dice, which gets the best name. I like that name. Sushi Dice. Michael Leal. He had Small World, The TV show?
No, Small World's a fun game. It's kind of smash up, like where you'll get two different factions and put them together, but it's a fantasy theme, so you'll have like
Giants and
the giant
dwarves.
Yeah, sure.
Trents.
There probably are some in there.
Walking trees. For Jason.
Good.
Yeah,
Trebuchets.
Trebuchet.
He also
But you get a thing, and then you'll get like a I don't like
that was good
giant
explanation.
dwarf. Sure. Fuck you. And it's a land control game.
It's not a socialist game.
Socialist game. Okay. Got
Number 2, he had D&D Ravenloft, Elder
Board
Sign,
game. Board game.
Elder Sign,
No, D&D Ravenloft. Board game.
box game. He said,
Yeah.
Elder Sign. He had Zombies and Star Trek Catan.
Oh yeah.
These are just games I actually have. Let's see here. Lady Space Violence, a.k.a. Genie of Hobie, had Settlers of Catan.
That is a huge game at Gen Con.
Oh, it's.
I've never
very
played
huge
it.
game.
Yeah,
I
I've never
don't really
played it.
like it.
I just know about the jokes of
Sheep for wood?
sheep for wood,
Or wood
yes.
for sheep, I suppose the joke.
Wool for sheep, wood for
I've got
sheep.
wood
Yeah,
for
I
sheep.
got wood for sheep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, Duel at Mount Skull. I have no idea.
Skull's
what that is.
fire.
There you go. 3 Smash Up.
Smash up. Yep.
Number 2 Forbidden Desert, Forbidden Island. That I actually have seen online, and I've actually thought about buying it. That looks like fun.
It's a co-op game. It's one of the more simple co-op games. So
And she also had Tokaido.
Tokaido.
Yeah.
That's what I would have put as an honorable mention on my list. You played that one.
Yes. Yeah. Dr. Number 1 had in no particular order Chips, the game. Let's see here. He had Dr. Ruth's Game of Good Sex. Dark Tower.
The Dark Tower.
Only when the batteries work.
Which is never.
Yeah, that's right.
Bargain Hunter, which I love Bargain Hunter.
Lord.
Gotta love Bargain Hunter.
Isn't that what they base Storage Wars on?
Yes.
Probably.
Real quick, Nikki, who recommended this one, she's just learning. She said, "Which Smash Up expansion do you recommend?"
Oh.
Does it depend on what she owns already?
She has Smash Up, the original.
The first expansion for somebody that owns the original.
I'll have to get back to you on Twitter on that one. So.
Okay. Or next week.
Well, she'll probably get the tweet before she even hears this.
That's true.
But I don't know. They're so far ahead of us. She probably is waiting every morning or afternoon whenever we release this at midnight our time.
It's actually Saturday their time tomorrow.
Okay, that could be.
Dr. Number 1 just wrote in his number 1, though, out of all of them, is Endless Nights of Amazing Sex. A million possible ways to win. DJ Khaled's least favorite game. I just added the last part.
Oh.
I thought it was actually funny for a second.
Thank you. Thank you. I try. Let's see here. Also, Des Hassing. He said...
He's a board game enthusiast.
Chess, right? It's got to be chess.
I
right?
doubt it's
got to be
chess.
something mine.
He's a big fan of the modern board game movement. So.
Parcheesi?
God, no. Parcheesi is terrible.
No.
Parcheesi?
I know it is. Mahjong.
Probably
based
Mahjong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominoes.
I actually lied because I don't have his.
I wanted to hear Dez's. Are you sure you don't have his?
Russian roulette?
Or was he... was he arguing somebody else's picks? Was that...
He also, I did think about King of Tokyo. I keep looking at that one. And everybody said, I said, remember, I get bored reading directions. And everybody says it's pretty much like Yahtzee with monsters fighting.
Pretty much.
So I'm intrigued to get that for my son to play. And they said, make sure you get the expansion pack with that one, they said.
And I'm surprised nobody chose Making Bacon. That's a fun drinking game, too. You guys ever seen that?
No.
It's a little barrel with 2 little pigs. It's funny. Anyway.
We believe
But
you.
you make it a drinking game, and it makes it more fun.
Is that like Pass the Pigs?
Yeah.
My son really likes Pass the Pig. So there you go. There is your Hobie episode 227.
If you sent us a list and we didn't read it, yell at us and we'll read it next week.
Yes. Let's see here. Also, if you bad idea of the week, stumbling through the bad idea of the week. Okay, that's number 287,000.
Oh, 287,000.
Yes.
Okay. Not remembering to do a bad idea of the week until I'm ready to announce it.
Here we go. I got one for you. Des Hass actually just came in and said, hey, I have the answer for the Nikki for the factions.
Oh, okay.
Cease and desist. If you like the theme of the game, then I would buy Cease and Desist or It's Your Fault. For interesting new mechanisms, Pretty Smash Up.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Or Science Fiction double feature.
The problem I have with the science fiction double feature is it gives you a lot of +1 tokens that it kind of bogs down the thing with all these tokens going here and there. And
He did say avoid the Cthulhu.
I disagree with him on that one.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
You know, I usually
Are
go...
you kidding
I
me?
usually go,
You love throwing madness
I
cards
do. I do
out.
love the madness.
I usually go crazy.
Actually, and I do apologize, Des does have...
You found the list?
Number 5, Viral. It's a Dice Tower Essentials, he said. Number 4, Smash Up. Expansion required. Number 3, Lords of Waterdeep. Expansion required, he said.
The expansion required. The Scoundrels of Skullport.
Airlines Europa. I know that's with moving the planes around and that.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you have to drag passengers off.
You get to pick which one. Which one has more power.
Bonus points for those that have, like...
Well, he's a doctor. Get him off.
Security dogs, and security dogs and, psychological... What is it?
Number 1, Dead of Winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
where
we
you
played
eat
that
other-
one.
We played that. I like it.
I like that game.
Did you eat other people?
You can.
If you really want, but I'm surprised. I didn't think that would be one that was one that was up his alley. Oh, well, I'll have to talk to him about Dead of Winter then. And the time when we played that because I was selfish, I caused us all to lose.
So there you go. There's your Hobie episode 227. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Title of the show. I actually don't have that many because now I want to go back
Because
and do
you're
it.
too busy laughing instead of writing these down.
I have little TMI.
I have a little TMI on mine too. Lil. L-I-L.
Little TMI.
I have Death Date. Let's see. I have Mom Didn't Buy One. Let's see. Schematics for a Blake Bot. Wait, that was last week. Let's see here. Pickle on My Head. That was last week. I have Socialist Vikings. And I have Played With You Once. I don't know what that was from, but there you go.
Probably about talking about games.
Yes.
I have Something DJ Khalid Won't Do.
DJ Khaled.
Erik the Red's Carpet. Weinstein the Viking.
I like both of those.
I've got Mohinder's Hammer.
I forgot about that. I'm an idiot.
My Name is Pussy Lips.
No.
An Old West Whorehouse. Spider-Man Assignment Miami Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
And Honey Crueler Gots Twists.
Honey Crueler.
Down on stage 1. I like Erik the Red's Carpet. I really like that. I do like Weinstein's a Viking. What is that?
Weinstein the Viking?
Weinstein the Viking. Do like that one. I do like Socialist Vikings.
Blake, you got an opinion?
No. You don't want my opinion.
Did you like the Erik the Red's
Erik
Carpet?
the Red's Carpet.
Erik the Red's Carpet.
Doesn't match his drapes.
Work placement for Vikings. Oh, no.
Well, is Erik the Red E-R-I-K?
Yes.
Okay, E-R-I-K. I'm going with Erik the Red. What do you think, Jeff?
That'll work with me.
Blake, you okay
Erik
with
the
that?
Red's Carpet?
Yes.
All right, there you go.
You've been listening to Hobie.